Okay, we need to talk about Coachella, because what in the holiest of holy fucks is going on here? Huh? What's going on? I understand it's a massive time of year, it's a massive celebration, especially if you are in the US, but the amount of people, influencers specifically, and I'm talking these influencers who already portrayed this massive, luxurious lifestyle, those who clearly do not need the money to be able to afford to go to Coachella by themselves. I have seen absolutely loads of videos of influencers complaining, begging for Coachella tickets online. We don't do that. Especially if you're an influencer. I know you can afford to pay for it yourself. Why are you trying to beg off of the brands and other people? Why do some of these influencers feel so entitled that they believe that they should be given free tickets? But not only free tickets to Coachella, they're expecting 5-star hotels, food that is way better than pizza and tacos, because God forbid you're given pizza or tacos. I'd understand them being a little bit irritated or not too happy with some of the services or some of the things they're given if they were paying all of this money out of their own pocket. But they're not, are they? They're not. These influencers are being invited onto the Coachella trip, the Coachella, performance event. They're being invited to it for free. They're not having to pay anything. And these influencers have the audacity to be complaining about the things that are being provided to them. Let me just say this so you all understand. They don't have to pay for anything when the brand is inviting them onto this trip, to this event. So how can you sit there as an influencer who portrays this massively luxurious lifestyle? How can you sit there on the internet publicly, the audacity of influencers who are already being paid for, that everything they're doing there is free, yeah? The tickets, their accommodation, everything is paid for with some of these influencers, and they still have the audacity to complain about the services there. They still have the audacity to complain about the fact that they're only getting pizza and tacos. What? What? At this point, I feel like I am living on another planet. I am not here. I am not on Earth. I am somewhere in the atmosphere. Because how in the world do you feel it's right, ethical, okay to be complaining about receiving free things? You have been taken on this trip for free. If you don't like the pizza or tacos, by all means, go buy your own food. These Coachella tickets supposedly cost thousands of pounds, including accommodation and everything else that goes along with it, especially if you live outside of the US. So that includes plane tickets, things like that. It costs a lot of money. Therefore, if a brand is willing to invite you onto this trip, where you don't have to pay for any of the accommodation or the tickets, anything like that, then why is it so much of an issue that they're serving pizza and tacos? You're telling me, as an influencer who is really braggy online, showing all these luxurious things, you're telling me that you are not able to go and buy your own food? And if these influencers cannot buy their own food because they don't like the pizza or tacos, then maybe they shouldn't be there. Personally, and I know I'm going to have a lot of people probably thinking to themselves, well, you sound like a jealous hater. I'll tell you now, I am not, okay? My idea of hell on earth would be going to Coachella. It's not something I'm interested in. And I'll mention it to every single brand if they ever want to send me tickets to Coachella. Please don't, because I won't go. It's not my idea of fun. I don't really like being surrounded by loads of people, so that alone would be a fucking nightmare. But on top of that, it's just not my cup of tea, okay? I don't do festivals, I don't do concerts, I don't do crowded places. I don't really do people, if I'm honest. So, as I've said, that would be a nightmare to me. And I certainly wouldn't be spending thousands to go live a nightmare. It's an unpopular opinion, I'm sure, but it's just not for me, okay? It's not for me. But that's okay, because Coachella was not made to please everybody, and it certainly wasn't made to please me. So, the 2026 Coachella season has brought a lot, darling, a lot of begging publicly on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I don't actually know if there's any on YouTube. TikTok primarily. as we know, TikTok is it's a crazy place to be. But some of these videos I'm going to show you, you know, are from influencers who have been publicly begging, campaigning, whatever you want to refer to it as. I'm going to call it begging because essentially that's what it is. You want a brand to give you something for nothing in return, maybe a few stories, a post. So they are publicly begging for free entry, free accommodation, free luxury accommodation. People are getting given accommodation in 4-star hotels and they have the audacity to be like, why would I want to stay in a 4-star hotel? I am so above that. Well, again, if you are above that and you believe you are above that, then find your own accommodation, honey. The way some of these influencers are going on, it's like they deserve to be bought a house around Coachella's venue. And I'm going to say now, you're not entitled to that unless you've worked for it and earned it and bought it yourself. Why? Why do you think a brand is obligated to fund part of your lifestyle? What? I don't know, maybe it's different in the US, but over in the UK, where I live, we don't do that. We don't do that, okay? Saying that though, apparently there's been some UK-based influencers who have taken it a bit of an extra step further. By this, I mean they have travelled to the US without any Coachella tickets because apparently they're stuck in customs, arriving to the US wherever Coachella is taking place, and obviously they're without the tickets. So that automatically sent the internet into speculation about whether they're being genuine about this, whether they're being honest about this, or whether it's all a tactic to pressure brands into providing last-minute tickets. Again, this is probably just my own personal opinion, but why, if a brand isn't openly inviting me, if a brand isn't specifically wanting me there, I am never, ever going to just get on a plane, travel to the country and be like, oh, I'm here guys, any tickets? And it baffles me because I think these influencers have been online for however long. They know people are going to have thoughts and opinions and feelings on this. Does it not occur to them that maybe this isn't what they should be doing? Where are your morals, hon? It's weird. And another thing, just to add to this whole drama, is brands are becoming more and more aware very quickly that influencers around this time of year feel the need to beg for tickets. So as a result, these brands are clicking on, and some brands are becoming less willing to give tickets to just everybody. They'll do this by making tickets scarce or, you know, offering less compensation. But in turn, this is making creators beg even more. Even more. The more aggressive with it, the more in your face. And it feels like such a strange world to live in when they're doing that, because I just think, are you not aware enough to be educated enough to know what's going on in the world? Yes, I know I always bring it back to the whole worldwide cost of living crisis, but it's so true. These influencers are putting videos onto the internet crying over the fact they haven't got Coachella tickets, crying, asking brands, begging brands for tickets. And there's a woman probably watching this video who can't even afford food for a child. So please, can we just have a fucking reality check? Huh? Because it ain't right, it's not right. No one should be that desperate to go to Coachella, it's that simple. And obviously, I am going to be biased because I just don't like the idea of Coachella. As I've said before, it is my idea of hell on earth. But I feel like this is probably quite a common thought to have, that these influencers are just wild. They cannot be on the same planet that me and you are on, because how are you so tunnel vision on Coachella and nothing else? Influencers posting videos daily about their luxurious lifestyle, and what are you doing to help other people? No, you don't have to. But don't you think it'd be a nice place to start rather than Coachella? God, I feel like Billie Eilish today. All drama with Elon Musk. It honestly feels dystopian, so out of touch. Everyone just seems... It's like... It feels almost like a cult. Why are so many people, influencers specifically, obsessed with Coachella? What is going on there? Huh? What's going on there? And I don't know if you remember last year, I know it's really vague what I'm about to say because I can't even remember the name of the influencer who was speaking about it. But last year's Coachella, I'm sure it was, somebody was invited by a brand to go on this trip, to go to this event, and then at last minute, it was taken away. She were ghosted. First of all, whichever brand that was, I need to find out and do a video because we should not be involving ourselves in that. If you as a brand are inviting people to Coachella and then just taking away their invitations last minute, you need to have a word with yourself at the very least. What's going on there? What's going on? What is going on? So that happened last year, and there seems to be like a surge this year in ticket take-backs. Because there's been a few influencers who have all said the same thing. They were given tickets, invitations, and then the last minute they were taken away or ghosted. I don't believe that this is happening often. I think somebody's seen that last year that's happened to somebody and thought, oh, that's a good idea. I'm going to do that, make a video, and hopefully that's going to gain me a lot of sympathy or pity sponsorships. Meaning, they'll get to go to Coachella because somebody will feel bad for them. No, honey. The internet is far too switched on and clever for that. Honestly, I don't know if you can tell, but I'm a little bit annoyed. I'm a little bit irritated. And it doesn't come down to me being a jealous hater like somebody said in one of my last videos. It's not about that. I am just trying to give everybody a reality check on some of these influencers, some of these brands, some of the shit that's going on in this world. Because I just think real soon, if people aren't talking about these influencers doing things in the wrong way and just the shit show that is half of the population of the world that we live in, I feel like if no one's talking about these things, then is it ever going to get better? And it might not get better with people talking about it, but at least more people will be aware about the different tricks that these influencers have going on when it comes to Coachella specifically for this video. An Australian influencer, for example, I think her name is Sam Guggenheimer, has been on the receiving end of a lot of backlash and mockery due to her TikTok videos of her manifesting to get tickets. Now, I believe in the power of manifestation, honey, but I just don't think that's something you do to get tickets. I don't believe that's going to work. Yes, the power of a positive mindset can get you very far, but to manifest to get something like that, I don't... how are you... Are you manifesting for the actual tickets, or are you manifesting that a brand is going to reach out to you and say, hey, come along for free? Because those are two very different things. She also shared on TikTok that she had used PowerPoint, which is like a presentation app or something like that. Admitted that she used PowerPoint to plan out her entire wardrobe for Coachella before she'd even got tickets. This is what I mean by dystopian and out of touch. Why are you planning? How are you planning what you're going to wear to an event you haven't even bought tickets for, honey? You don't know what the weather's going to be like. You don't know how you're going to feel. You don't know. I mean, there's many different things, but the main point being you don't even have the tickets yet. So you don't have the tickets yet. Therefore, how are you going to plan what you're going to wear? You're planning your entire wardrobe around something you haven't even bought tickets to. It's like some kind of fantasy role play. It's weird. Weird. And I know Coachella is viewed as like the influencer Olympics, so therefore every influencer or most influencers are going to want to be there. But I just think, do you need to be? At what cost, honey? Like, if a brand invites you, fair enough, that's different, but don't actively be online begging for tickets to something that you probably can afford yourself. And if you can't, it is not essential. It's not a life or death situation where if you don't go, you're gonna die. I think a lot more influencers need to understand that. You will live if you don't go. Come on, have a word. Have a word. And I mean, I don't, obviously, like I've said, I don't like concerts, I don't like festivals, but I know a lot of people who do go to them usually have to save a good amount of the year to be able to go. And that's not because they can't afford it and they shouldn't be doing it. It's because they prioritise what is important before. Therefore, they are saving for something that is not essential. And it just feels even more beggy from these influencers who can clearly afford it themselves. It feels so much more beggy that they're doing this, because, you know, regular people have to save for months, if not a year, to be able to go to festivals, and these lot are just out here trying to get things for free when the majority of their lifestyle is probably funded by their viewers anyway. And if you don't know who Sam is, I'm just going to show you a recent video from this year's Coachella drama.
I have literally planned all my Coachella outfits on a keynote PowerPoint with links and everything. Do I have a ticket to Coachella? No. Do I have an invite to Coachella? No. Is Coachella in just over a month? Yes. Will I keep manifesting and hopefully it work out? Yes. So if you have a Coachella ticket and accommodation that I can stay at, happy to pay, happy to chip in. Let me know, because a girl really needs to see JB and a girl really needs to pull off these outfits, because I fear I've really ate with these. I'm really hoping my manifestation works. The power of manifestation is truly a big thing, and I truly believe I can do it properly, but it hasn't come out just yet. But I'm going to Coachella, so I plan my outfits, really.
Sam, honey, please. You're supposed to get the tickets and then plan your outfits. I don't know if anyone told you, but that's how it is, okay? You buy your tickets to wherever you're going, and then you plan what you're wearing, plan what you're taking, plan what you're doing. You know, that kind of thing. But not Sam over here, no. She did a whole PowerPoint presentation about the outfit she's going to wear, the whole wardrobe, before she's got tickets. But don't worry, because the power of manifestation is real and she will get those Coachella tickets. I mean, she did in the end because she ended up going, but I just think that it's out of touch. You're posting this where millions of people are going to see it, and I know we don't have to pussyfoot around everyone and be like, oh well, just because you can't afford it don't mean I can't and things like that, but it's nice to be nice. It's nice to have a little bit of awareness about yourself. You need to buy your tickets first, then plan what you're wearing. Not plan out what you're wearing and your whole wardrobe on a PowerPoint presentation, then get on the internet to beg for tickets and say that you believe in the power of manifestation. Yes, so do I, but I'm not going to go begging on the internet for tickets. Why? Because it's wrong, okay? Just to add to it, how is that sitting right with her? How does she feel okay in herself for publicly begging for tickets? I would not be able to ever show my face in public again. Bye Felicia, I'd be gone. See ya. Yoo. Absolutely not a prayer. I'm sorry. I just would not be doing that. And then this one I'm about to show you isn't so bad. I mean, in my opinion, it's not so bad, but it is a bit, it's just cheeky. It's too, it's cringy. So this one is from someone called Cammie Scott. She apparently has hundreds of thousands of followers. And it says, hey brands, I just want to say that I am very down for you to send me to Coachella this year. I'm hopeful it'll be my last hurrah before getting pregnant. Just thought you should know, so feel free to email me. Oh, and may I please have 2 tickets because my wife is JB's biggest fan. Okay, thanks. So clearly I didn't read that properly before I told you it wasn't as bad, because that is shocking to me. I don't understand. So not only do you want a ticket for free, and probably accommodation too, you also want your wife to attend with you for free? At this point, I think Coachella's just going to have to be giving away tickets for free to everybody because everyone feels so entitled. All these influencers, why do you feel so entitled? It's not your... What? Realistically, Coachella is such a big event that brands aren't probably getting a lot of benefit from giving you free tickets at this point. So I don't think they should. You want to go to Coachella? You pay for it. Out of your own pocket, out of your own money. There is absolutely no reason anybody else should be funding your lifestyle choices. The fun activities you want to do in your life. Why is that anyone else's responsibility to pay for it other than you? Please, I cannot. Entitlement upon entitlement, darling. It's not okay. What? Hello? And I'm sorry, but I am getting major second-hand embarrassment from those two influencers. Why? I just don't understand it. My mind can't comprehend why you'd want to publicly beg to that extent. If you have hundreds of thousands of followers as well, you're not a micro-influencer. You're an influencer. Probably with management. Why don't you, if you're that desperate to go, why don't you speak to management about it and have them reach out to somebody? I wouldn't advise it. Obviously that's wrong too, in my opinion, but if you're that desperate, do it that way, rather than making yourself look a tit online, publicly begging. Oh honey. Oh honey. So let's just cheer ourselves up and have a look at a few videos of comedians mocking these influencers. I don't want anyone to be like, okay, well, you're just bullying now. Because these influencers are going online, posting these videos without a second thought. So I'm not going to have anyone try to tell me that I'm bullying. I just think these are funny.
I'm gonna be honest, I did not know if I was gonna make it to Coachella this year. I was hearing nothing from brands. And then 2 weeks ago, I get an email from Lockheed Martin, like, yes, the Lockheed Martin who's been arming and protecting our country since I was, before I was even born, invited me to Coachella, so let's look at the house. So I just got here and it's kind of interesting because it looks kind of like it's underground. You guys, Lockheed is literally in their bunker era. I'm so obsessed. Like, it really looks like a military bunker, and that's what... Oh my god, it's my welcome gift! They were telling me all about this in the briefing call. Well, the air isn't going to be breathable in the next, 5 to 10 years. There's a product that will help the population be able to breathe clean again. How cute is that? You guys... This house is crazy. I can't get enough of it. The really cool thing about it is underground, and it's under the entire festival, so I don't even have to go outside to get to the different stages to see my favorite artists. So, obsessed. All right, you guys, I gotta run because Sydney Sweeney is doing her welcome dinner because she is co-hosting at this house, so I'm super, super excited. I can't wait to share everything with you. Thank you for following along and supporting me to get me here.
And it would only continue.
Hey, how's it going? I didn't know you were going to be at Coachella. Yeah, it's good to see you. I didn't know you were going to be. I got invited by the evil capitalist corporation. Oh, nice. Is that the same one you told everyone to boycott when it was convenient for you because of their ties to a certain political affiliation and also because they were donating money to a country that is actively still committing a genocide? Yeah, but that was before I knew they could get me the bracelet that gets me VIP access. So it's all water under the bridge. Speaking of a misuse of water, do you see that private equity has a booth selling water? Yeah, it's kind of weird. It's in collaboration with a defense contractor where for every bottle of water that you buy, so long as you don't recycle it, you get to fly a drone with explosives into a building. And they make you sign something where you have to say legally that it is either a simulation and or just AI. Did the evil corporation that brought you here, did they do anything nice for you? Yeah, actually, they sent me a bunch of free PR that I'm probably never going to use, so I'm either going to give it to my friends, sell it online, or just throw it away because I don't want to bring it with me in my suitcase back home. Are you excited to see any of the musical performances? Well, in a way, I'm here to see the headliners and then go to an after party so I can social climb so I can get invited to a more important after party. So, oh yeah, that sounds fun. Hey, question, were you paid thousands to be here? Yeah, so technically the evil corporation They paid for my flight and hotel and pretty much everything, and also paid me tens of thousands of dollars to be here. But the good news is because I'm taking content, whatever I do spend money on, I can write off all my taxes.
Sadly, this is the case for many who got comped.
Excited to celebrate Coachella this year with Lockheed Martin. Missiles have always played a really important part. Missiles have always played a really important part of my life since childhood, and I'm so excited to share it with my community. Meet me at the Guns Out Bombs Away. Meet me at the Guns Out Bombs Away pop-up at the Sahara tent from 1 to 3 to celebrate. See you there.
The desert's dry, but these hands aren't. Thank you so much, Lubriderm, for sending me to Coachella this year.
Excited to celebrate Coachella this year with Dawn dish soap. I get desert dirty. The only soap I trust is Dawn.
Festival blisters are no match for me. Thank you, Band-Aid, for keeping my feet blister and blood-free this Coachella.
The best part of waking up is Coachella in your cup. Thank you, Folgers, for...
No one wants to be the hangry friend. Come party with me in the Honey Nut Cheerios tent at 2 p.m.
When your dogs are barking post-festival, and the only thing that can calm them down is Purina Puppy Chow. Thank you.
And the hits kept on coming.
Nobody's talking about how absolutely dystopian it is to watch so many people kind of sell their souls to go to Coachella. The military industrial complex just dropped me from Coachella. Let's pay $30,000 to get there anyways. Like, I don't want to see Starbucks activation. I don't want to see that addicted took you to Coachella, girl. What happened to them people? And you know what, people? If the devil himself had a brand activation at Coachella, y'all would be taking that ticket. I got invited to Coachella by the devil. Let's build an outfit. I am so excited because I'm going to Coachella with the devil. I'm side-eyeing a lot of you guys. I really am.
You guys are not ready for my Coachella Day 1 outfit. Can we take a moment for the dress? Oh my god. Yes, I was styled. And did it cost me 10 grand? Yes, it did. Who's ready for the desert? Woo! You guys are not ready for my...
Guys, this is our Coachella campsite. Looks more like a flea market pop-up.
Hey, what is your problem?
Oh, she thinks she's better than us because she's staying at Safari.
Oh, please. We all know she's glamping on credit.
Finally got a shower.
Whoa!
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry.
Hey!
Hey, girl, get a load of this guy. Ooh, send that picture to me, girl. Oh my god, you had 2 shots, girl. Girl, leave me alone.
She's popping a squat on a cactus.
I'll talk about a lightweight.
We out here, y'all!
Let it all out, girl.
We all told her not to buy that $50 quesadilla.
I'm so thirsty. Who has water?
I just chugged mine.
This is our first live from Coachella.
I'm trying to sleep, you guys.
Ooh, girl, my grinder's blowing up.
Hey, has anyone seen Heather? Mine.
This is our first live from Coachella.
I'm trying to sleep, you guys.
Ooh, girl, my grinder's blowing up.
Hey, has anyone seen Heather?
Hey there, welcome to our tent.
Where am I? Hi, darling. You passed out.
You wanted to be our third, remember?
Oh, and Coachella brings out the freak in me. Guys, this is our Coachella campsite.
I mean, obviously that last one was a bit of a silly one, but I just, you know, there's so many comedians, you know, content creators who were openly mocking these influencers begging for tickets because it's so dystopian, it's so out of touch, and they're just failing to see what is wrong with the behaviour. But the rest of the world isn't. We can see what you're doing. We can see that you are publicly begging, and I won't have anyone try to tell me that it's anything different because that is what it is. However you want to look at it, the facts remain the same. Influencers that are portraying this luxurious lifestyle can clearly afford it with what they're posting day to day, are begging for tickets to Coachella, begging for free accommodation, complaining about the lack of 5-star, Michelin star food. And as long as these influencers carry on doing that, there are going to be people taking the piss out of them. So I suggest if they don't want that to happen, then maybe don't get on the internet and beg. Yeah? Anyway, I want to know what you think, as always, because I think it's wild, I think it's crazy, I think it's mad, it's dystopian, I think it's out of touch, I think it's not the kind of thing that anybody should be doing right now, especially. If you can't afford to go to Coachella, simply, very simply, don't go. As always, don't forget to like and subscribe if this channel is your vibe. Love you. Bye.